This is a fat Thor. And you don't have a hammer. And he loves it when we say he's unworthy. Something really smells like shit. Is it you?
That's terrible.
What is it? Did you step in dog shit?
No.
We're about at the 1 week anniversary of marrying Brewster to the trailer, and since that's happened, we've got a good bit done. We've got the floor down. Did that this weekend. That was a really big win. We've got these fenders completed. So we got our wheel wells and everything in there that are going around the wheels. Got a few pieces left on that. We're waiting on some paint, but that's all stuff on the outside. So now what I'm doing is I'm trying to decide what to do, and I'm back at one of those points where I've got a million things to do, but there's these little things that are holding me back, and those little things are basically two things. Putting the aluminum down on the floor and insulating the walls. So I keep bouncing around because there's certain things that I want to do in certain orders, but every time I want to do something, I like to stop because no, you want to do that first, and you can't do that till you do the floor, or you can't do that till you do this. So I was going to plumb today because that's what I was waiting for really before I insulated the walls. And I'm coming to the conclusion that I don't need to do that. So I really think we're building cabinets. We're going to call them cabinets, but there's going to be walls down here going around this because that's where our water tanks are going to sit and stuff like that. I have a lot of voids in there, so I can run stuff. And you can I've been talking about this channel for a while. I knew this would be here. I can run a lot of stuff through there. So if I get my water pipe up through here and I come into here, even after it's insulated, I can run my water right over here, which is right where my sinks and everything are going to be. And that's all going to be enclosed in a cabinet. So I'm not thinking I need to do a lot of my plumbing in the walls is kind of the conclusion I've come to this morning. Benefit of that is if I do have any problems, I can access it. It won't be all closed into the wall. But the other benefit is I think I can get going because I can't really put my water tanks in until I have my floor down. And I don't want to put my floor down until I spray my insulation in my walls. So I'm thinking I might actually shake things up today and do the nasty and insulate this thing. I've got the other nasty job we got out of the way is I got these doors put in the back. And you'll see these on the outside when we have more room. That was a big job. That one is going to be the one that we access our water and our water fill and our water drain. And then the one on the other side is going to be where we connect to our temporary power or our generator. So those are all done, and yeah, that's pretty much the update on the inside. Did I miss anything? The outside's pretty much done. Quentin's got to get the canopy painted so we can get that put on there. Other than that, we got all the wire ran for that this weekend. So I've got my 12-volt wire ran, and I put 120 volts up there. Just if we ever put a sign up there, or if we do Christmas lights or anything, we'll have power outdoors. And we're pretty much ready to go. I'll do the air conditioner box. I got to put that in, but again, I don't want to do that until after I spray the insulation. So you can kind of see it's really, I'm at one of those points again where I just keep on, I got that to do, but I just can't do any of it until I get that insulation sprayed in there, which I've never done before either. So we'll see how that goes. The reason I went with spray and insulation on the walls is basically I was looking for, I wanted to be insulated, but the main reason I went with that is I wanted something that I could say is helping hold the walls to the studs. So when I spray that on, it'll go around into here and at the same time go back around into here. It'll stick to all this. So it'll be another layer of adhesion holding this, which again, I feel a lot better about this than I did when I designed it. I don't like metal studs because I don't like how the screws grab, but when you get all the screws we have in there, this is solid. I don't think I could kick it off of here, but this will help even more. So much like when we came up here and we glued all this tin to the wall, there's 3 layers. There's basically there'll be 3 layers of adhesion holding this wall on here. We used this double stick tape, which, as I've mentioned, didn't work out really good because it got held off by these screws on the framing. So that causes grief. So I went ahead and I glued this, I PL'd this all right to that. Then on all of the seams, I have screws that are going into each stud that are holding that. So there's screws here, there's screws here. So it's screwed all the way around the edge of the sheeting. And now I'm gonna come in and spray insulation, and that will stick to here, and then it'll come back in, it'll stick to this stud. It's just another layer of something that's holding that together. It'll take away that tinny sound if you were to bang it on the outside. So there's also the benefit of that. But it's where we're at. I'm gonna put that here. The roof is technically already insulated. If you remember those tapered panels that I put up there, those are insulation. But I'm still gonna insulate the roof. So this thing will be insulated better than most homes. And the only thing that I did skimp on, which I was gonna do, and I backed out of it last minute because it was gonna be a lot of work and I just wasn't sure it was necessary, is insulating the floor. I didn't do anything on the floor. So I'm not 100% sure. I worry, like if you set it on a blacktop parking lot or something, that the heat from the parking lot will ease underneath it and it might be a problem. But then again, I go back and it's all shaded and I'm like, maybe it won't be. So I don't really know. So we're gonna just wait and see what happens. It's got more air conditioning than it needs for the space. So hopefully it won't be a problem. If it's a problem, we can still access the bottom of it, and I'll probably just spray foam under there. So yeah, that's where we're at. Cassie's excited. She wants to put on some weird coveralls and come in here and spray that icky sticky stuff. So tomorrow you'll be able to come look at it and it'll be all weird looking in here. But then I don't know if she's got it done. If Mandy's got my floor done, that's what I'd like to be doing tomorrow, because once I have that sprayed, then I can finish my floor. And once my floor is finished, now I'm pretty much ready to go. Honestly, I think I can sheet the walls and the floor. I just got to make sure that I'm not missing anything before I sheet those walls. So by Monday, this thing should be looking a lot different. This is again changed, as everybody knows. Still got some black screws coming that we got to put on here because some of those are going to be exposed, but the original plan was I was going to skirt this with just more siding and make it as invisible as possible. Wasn't loving it anyhow, just didn't have that clean polished look, and I really didn't like it when in travel mode. It would have had to look just like it looks right now. And when I got the trailer on it, I noticed that the wheels are actually sticking out a little bit past the siding, so there's no way that I could do that. It'd look horrible. So I made a new plan, and that plan is I'm basically gonna have a step out here with a sign that comes up, and that's how we're gonna hide the wheels when it's parked. So when it's driving down the road, now we got all this here. We've put all the siding in on our fender well here, and that's all good. And now we made this little fella, which has to get painted and stuff, but it'll go in here like this, and that'll hide all of those little imperfections and everything. So these are going to go to paint with the canopies. They'll get painted, then we'll put them on, and that's pretty much how that's going to look finished off. Like I say, we got to replace these screws and get them black because they're the wrong color now. You can see that this right here, what it hides, it's going to cover all this up, so it covers all these sharp edges and everything right here. It also goes over this tin. It'll go over this aluminum right here. So it covers all of that and ties it all together and just seals it all up nice and neat. This is a fat Thor. And he don't have a hammer. And he loves it when we say he's unworthy. Something really smells like shit. Is it you?
terrible.
What is it? Did you step in dog shit?
No.
You farted over there?
Maybe. You think I need to get checked?
I think you should get checked.
God damn, dude.
It smells like dog shit. I've never smelled a human fart that smelled like that. It's like a mixture of dog shit and wet silicone.
How do you even smell like that?
You got wet silicone on your fingers?
Smell it.
I think it's something. I think you using silicone or something.
Me?
It's stronger over here, but we're gonna let the camera think it was Phil, and he's just that kind of guy.
I think I have a hard time wiping my butt.
That would be more. The smell would be more believable of that than it would be that you farted. I don't know what's going on over there right now. I'm just confused.
I got this fart to go.
Oh.
Fart to go. God, it's dank.
It smells like dog shit.
Oh,
It doesn't
man.
smell like a fart.
Oh.
So that was a Phil prank. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Like we said, he's unworthy.
Air.
He's unworthy.